Hey, Job Drops here, where you can get news and views on jobs that teachers don't tell you. And today, we'll be covering elevator mechanic. Now, who is an elevator mechanic? According to this article, it is someone who is trained to install, assemble, maintain, replace, and repair elevators, escalators, chairlifts, dumbwaits, moving walkways, and other similar equipment. It says there are also several areas to specialize in as an elevator mechanic. We have maintenance elevator mechanics who have a specific route and they'll service elevators on that route. And you have elevator mechanics who do service work, which are like the bigger and heavier work that requires two men to do. And that you have ones that specialize in. Also, you can have elevator mechanics that modernize elevators or build new ones into new buildings. So, why should you consider this field? Some quick facts: an elevator mechanic can earn a median salary of about $79,480 a year, and that's US currency. And it says most of the jobs are full-time positions and include working overtime and being on call in emergencies. And so there's a high demand for this in this past decade, mostly thanks to construction of non-residential buildings. And according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, job outlook of about 12%, which is considered faster than average job growth. And also the typical entry requirement is a high school diploma or equivalent. So if you're considering, if you just come out of high school and you need to get into a career, this might be one for you. So what do? They are set to examine, maintain, and repair elevators as well as conveyance types, perform proper timekeeping and accounting of materials and expenses for exam projects. They read, interpret blueprints, meet and assist with third-party inspections. They follow appropriate maintenance and service procedures, as well as determine the need for and perform major overhaul or. Now, there are some downsides to this career. An elevator mechanic may have to be on call to respond to emergencies. They tend to work in very tight places, so if you're claustrophobic, this might not be for you. This is also dangerous because they have injuries by falls, burns, and muscle pulls are common. In this career, you have to be rather careful when doing your work. And it says to become an elevator mechanic, it consists of a 4-year apprenticeship, which is about 144 hours of technical instruction and 2,000 hours of paid on-the-job training. And these apprenticeships are usually sponsored by unions and contractors open to high school graduates. And you should be at least 18 years old and should be able to pass basic math. So what are some important qualities of a elevator mechanic, or what we call install repairer? They must be detail oriented, so they must keep accurate records of their service schedules and parts and what they did on the job. Also be able to use a variety of power tools and hand tools to install and repair lifts and these escalators also. They should have physical stamina, so they should be able to perform strenuous work, especially in cramped and confined spaces for long periods, and should be good at troubleshooting, being able to diagnose and repair the problems fairly easily. If you're in the United States, there are certain states that have more demand than others. For example, in the states marked with darker green, typically have more demands like New York, Pennsylvania, California, Texas, but also New York and California especially have very high rent rates. So be careful when you're applying to these areas. You might want to consider like places like Kansas or Georgia, which may have a lower living rate, which have a good amount of money. I said California, Texas, Maryland, Florida have the highest employments as well as annual rate. Wages. Also location. New York hire a lot because of high-rise buildings. Also Kansas and Texas because they are also big states with large cities. And I'll link to the rest of the statistics down in the description below. I hope you enjoyed Job Drops. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, and share it with others so that they can be informed of careers that they may not have thought. And I hope to see you all in the next video.